Hello. Now, what I want to do in this video is just cover it shortly and briefly how you can drop a dress or a jean size in just 14 days following these exact principles. Now, to understand how we're going to drop a dress or a jean size, we need to understand what the current problem is. And the current problem is we've got this diet culture that means that we call it a diet, and that leads to everything being restrictive and very strict. It's all based on the short term. Weddings, holidays, any special event coming up, it's always dropping weight extremely for a certain period of time. We always want instant results. We want them here, we want them right now. And that is a very bad mindset to have. There's also no long-term strategy in place. We also follow the all or nothing method, i.e. dry January, cutting meat out for the whole month if that's your choice, different things like that. We then say no takeaways for a month or no takeaways for 2 months. It's all very extremes and all or nothings, and that's what we want to get away from. We need a balanced lifestyle that can fit in with our current regime and what we're doing, but still give us a great result. So what do we need to do? Now, the big thing we need to do is focus on long-term sustainable changes. That comes in line with your sleep, your steps, your exercise, your stress management, and the list goes on. We're going to cover that in a second. We want to have this initial hard work period to get a good drop in body fat. The benefit of that is you're highly motivated when you first start training. So it means that if we can get that good drop of body fat, you're going to have a much better buy-in to the program. You're going to work a lot harder, and you're going to stay with the program a lot longer and see a long-term result. What we don't want to do is beat ourselves up and self-sabotage. For example, you've been doing really well on your new routine, you're smashing it Monday to Thursday, Friday you go off the wagon a bit, and you end up having a takeaway and a bottle of wine. What that leads you to doing is feeling bad about that. You then leads into the weekend, having a fry up in the morning, having another takeaway, drinking on Saturday, and then Sunday again, and then you reset all over again. We need to understand we are going to have good days, we're also going to have not so good days. It's about understanding that wasn't a great day and getting straight back on track as soon as possible. You need to learn to enjoy the process. It's a long-term process. It shouldn't be about extremes. It shouldn't be extreme diets or extreme training methods. You should pick exercises and a lifestyle and nutrition that suit you and you can enjoy long-term. So, we know it's long term, but how can we really drop a jean or a dress size in 14 days? Well, what we need to do is we need to be in a calorie deficit. Now, a calorie deficit is very, very simple and people overcomplicate it. But the whole idea is what we need to do is increase our energy expenditure. So we need to move more and we need to train a bit harder. What we then need to do is we need to eat less than what we currently do. As long as that balances out, what will happen is you'll create fat loss. A big thing to understand, it does take around 3,500 calories to burn a pound of body fat. So if your deficit is quite small, it's going to take you a long time to see results. Hence why we need to really push on hard for the first few weeks just to get that initial fat loss drop. Steps are vital. Step tracker and set an amount you can do every single day that is sustainable. Remember, don't start doing 15,000 steps a day if you can't keep that up long term. Find ways and methods that fit in with your current lifestyle and allow you to achieve that 10,000 and ideally more. We want to train 3 to 4 times per week. That is absolutely more than enough. We just want to ramp the intensity up and push ourselves harder. And the golden thing that people forget about is we need to be looking at sleeping for 6 to 8 hours of good quality sleep. Now, we'll cover that a lot later in more detail, but that is just the basic understanding. Now we've got some barriers that are going to hold us back. We need to understand this, because if we can understand this, we can work out methods, a way of getting around these barriers. Not seeing results instantly. If you are not seeing a result instantly, you need to assess where you're currently at. Are you tracking and logging your food you're eating? Are you even in a deficit? If you're not, you need to create that deficit. That comes back to tracking and logging your food, doing a set amount of steps per day, and also pushing yourself hard on your workouts. Friends and family will also be a barrier for you. I.e., if your partner's a very big eater, he likes tucking into, or she likes tucking into loads of chocolate bars in the evening, it's going to be very hard for willpower to keep you going. So really, your partner needs to be on this journey with you, and it needs to be about both being healthier and both being fitter. Same with friends and family. Holidays, meals, and nights out are all going to come up, and there is never a good time to start the new you. But if you know this is coming up, the most important thing is to actually look at ways we can reduce this. So if you've got a night out coming up, you're going to then be mega good the week leading up to it, and also after it, to balance it out. Same with a meal out. You can still go out and eat, but you can make smarter choices. And there's my eating out guide that you can download, and that will give you some great ideas for when you go out. Going back to the old you. So you've dropped 2-3 stone and you feel great. However, that's not a long-term change. You need to constantly reevaluate yourself, look at where you need to improve on, and continue this journey. You can't just suddenly stop and expect to stay as the new you. What you need to do starting tomorrow. So starting tomorrow, you need to use my calorie calculator, and that's going to give you the exact amount of calories that are based on your goal. If you can't find it in one of my groups, you're welcome to message me, drop me a DM, drop me a Facebook comment, and I'll send you the link. Download My Fitness Pal. Again, there's a video that you can watch all about members there, all about My Fitness Pal, either in the guide section or in the members area. Weigh and work out your portion sizes. Really, really important, this one. You don't realise actually how big portion size you are until you start weighing and measuring them. And pick an eating method that suits you. Now, I can't cover that in this module. This is going to be along the modules later on. But start with this. Get a step tracker. Doesn't have to be a fancy step tracker. It can be a cheap one. It's up to you. But do 2,000 more than you currently do. Be more active over weekends. And work out 3 times minimum per week. That could be the gym. That could be outdoors. Find something that suits your training methods and enjoyment. Then you're going to get 8 hours sleep, or get into bed 8 hours before your alarm goes off. If you can't get to sleep, do not panic. Just read. Try and improve that sleep hygiene. Manage stress. There's reasons why you'll be binge eating. There'll be reasons why you're overeating. And it won't necessarily just be from tracking your calories and making sure your sleep's right. It will either be from your partner, your kids, work stress, all of that. So managing stress is a huge part of dropping a dress or a jean size. And if you ever have any questions, always feel free to reach out. You can always reach out and ask me any questions you've got. If you're not sure about something, I always say there's no such thing as a stupid question. The only stupid question is the one you're not asking, because if you're not asking it, I can't answer it. So always ask. Again, on my socials, or if you're a member of mine, reach out. You've got my WhatsApp, ask away. And remember, let's move here. If you ever want to take it further and you want to train with me, then you've got my WhatsApp just here. Send me a WhatsApp, send me a name, what your goal is, and I can offer you the best package to get you truly incredible result. But this is the perfect starting platform, exactly what you need to get you going. And then when you are ready, you're ready to move on and work with me, which will actually accelerate your result and get you feeling incredible. Not just in terms of your body, but also your brain, your family, your partnership, and also your business.